This is Mercy Pilkington for GoodEReader.com at Book Expo America, catching up with someone we love to talk about on a site, and that's Woody Sears from Zuuka and associated with iStorytime. We love to cover the content coming out with children's dynamic ebook content, and so here to tell us about what they've got offering this year coming up, what they're working on, again, is Woody Sears. Thanks for talking to us today.
Thanks for having me.
No problem. So what have you brought to show us today?
Our most recent release will be coming out next week. It's from, it's a DreamWorks film based on the very popular Madagascar series. Never been done in ebook form before. We have what is called the Madagascar Reader app. And so the first feature, this will actually be a 99-cent app, and you get the Madagascar 1 full retelling of the story. And you have the classic options of autoplay, read to me, read to myself, character audio from the film, so you have Alex the lion and Marty the zebra from Chris Rock, bringing a lot of that fun humor and the characters that kids know and love.
And if I could interrupt for just a second, I'm noticing you've also got a lot more wording to the page than we've seen in the past from iStorytime books, so is this kind of growing up a little bit with your reader?
Yeah, so there's maybe a similar amount of text per this image, but what we've done is we've put all the text on the screen at one time. Before, what we were doing is rotating the text as the narrator progressed. In this, specifically for the iPad, we were able to fit it all on the page and add some nice design element to it. It gives us a little bit more flexibility in terms of what we can do with stylizing the text and the actual layout, whereas before we were commonly doing an overlay with the text and do the rotation. So if there's a compromise, the text is a little bit smaller, but from our user base, over 70% of them are using the read to me functionality and the autoplay functionality. So, but still very visible for the parent-child experience to read along with the parent. So this is the Madagascar one. You have your table of contents here. You can also, there's a large panorama here to get to the other books. You have Madagascar 2, which will be available as an in-app purchase for $2.99. And then you have the most recent film, which debuts in the US next week on Friday. And this will be the Madagascar 3 storytelling, which is a lot of fun. Similar functionality as the other two, and then here you see where you can collect all the DreamWorks branded titles that we've done. We have some other exciting products in the works as well. A little early to show, but we'll be working on Barney the Dinosaur to really increase our preschool age portfolio, and then we're going to be doing a collection of those books as well, a similar reader format. Oh, and then I didn't talk about, we'll also have a Madagascar 3 HD version, which will have several elements that the others, that the reader storybook does not. So we'll have some interactivity, some animations, the character audio, highlighted text, and kind of a premium version for the iPad users. So that one will be shortly following the reader, coming out just after the movie release.
Okay, now I know iStorytime started out crossing platforms, doing iOS and Android, and then kind of really focused on iOS because of discrepancies in screen size. And very recently, though, started returning to Android. How's that going, and is that something you think you might be continuing or growing?
Yeah, Android is now an interesting place for us because with the introduction of the Barnes & Noble App Store as well as the Amazon App Store, those have actually been generating significant enough downloads to bring all of our most popular titles there. So we'll have Madagascar 3 already available in the Amazon App Store. It's actually an exclusive there for 2 weeks, and then shortly thereafter going to the Barnes & Noble App Store and also to Google Play. But the former two are really where we're seeing the most traffic and consumer adoption. They like the way the store works. It makes sense from a search and a payment transaction perspective. So we are starting to broaden there. We're also, really excited about the Kindle Fire and some of the opportunities that that's presenting, and hopeful that we'll see audio sync to text there soon, so we can also support the Kindle format of the Fire.
Okay, great. Thank you so much for your time. Again, this is Mercy Pilkington for GoodEreader.com and Book Expo America.
All right, thank you.